I'm not really into winning.
Oh, come on! You're making a poster about Jackie Robinson? Cool. Jackie Robinson was a great baseball player. That's it? Well, what team did he play for? Why was he a great baseball player? It looks like you need to go to the library. What is a library? A library is a place that has books and other materials that people can borrow. A library can have fiction and nonfiction books, magazines and newspapers, reference books like dictionaries and encyclopedias, and computers you can use. Some libraries even have music and movies. Many libraries are organized by a special system called the Dewey Decimal System. The Dewey Decimal System organizes materials into 10 basic subjects, like history, science, art, and language. Storybooks or fiction books are organized by the author's last name. A biography is a book that tells about a person's life. Here are the biographies about Jackie Robinson. How do you find materials in a library? A catalog lists books and other materials in the library. You can look up books by the title or the author's name, or you can look up a book by your subject. This shows the author, title, the number of pages, and the subjects it covers. That's the call number, and it tells you where to find your book. The call number of your book is 796.350. To find your book, look at the numbers that come before the period. This aisle is 700 to 800, so your book is in this aisle, Moby. Books are organized in order by their call numbers, so you just have to look for your number. You can look at the spine of the book to find the call number. You found it! How should you behave in a library? A lot of people come to the library to read and study, so it's important to be quiet. That means no talking loudly. Since there are a lot of books here, you shouldn't eat or drink in the library. You don't want to spill anything on a book, right? If you need help, you can always ask a librarian. A librarian helps run the library. Moby, wait. Why should you check out a book? You need to check out a book before you take it home. That way, if other people want this book on Jackie Robinson, there'll be a record in the computer. They'll know someone has it. Plus, the library has to keep track of all its materials. Some libraries give library cards to their users. You can use your library card to check something out. When you check out a book, you learn when your book is due back. Different libraries lend their books out for different amounts of time, so check the due date. When you borrow a book, you're responsible for it. That means you have to take care of it and bring it back. Why should you return a book to the library? After you're done with a book, you've got to check it back in. That way the library knows you're done with it and other people can check it out. You should remember to return books on time. Some libraries charge money for overdue materials if you keep them past the due date. It's okay if you need the book for more time, Moby. You can just bring it back to the library and renew it so you can have it longer. Everyone shares library materials, so it's important to be responsible for the things you borrow. So, how's your poster coming along, Moby?
Your poster still doesn't teach much about Jackie Robinson.
I have to read the book? What can you infer about a pig who plays basketball? It will always hog the ball. The hungry red fox could hear its stomach growl. Suddenly, it spotted a coop full of chickens. The fox sneaked quietly across the garden. But then, Moby, you're not being a good listener. How can you be a good listener? It's important to be quiet when you listen to someone speak. You should pay attention to the speaker and make eye contact to show you're listening. When you listen, imagine what the person is saying, especially if they're reading a story or giving directions. Making pictures in your mind as you listen will help you understand better. Make sure you listen carefully for main ideas and important information. You can take notes as you listen so you can review them later. How can you respond to a speaker? When someone talks, think about what he or she is saying. You can nod or give signals to let people know you understand. If you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask questions. You can ask the speaker to explain or repeat something. During a discussion, try not to repeat things that have already been said. Add on to the discussion by adding different thoughts and ideas. But make sure your ideas are still about the topic. You can start your ideas by saying, I agree, but I also think that. I partly agree because. I disagree because. Sometimes, you might even disagree with the speaker. And that's okay. You should wait until the person finishes talking before you share your thoughts. Make sure you explain why you disagree and give reasons. You can discuss your thoughts together without getting angry or frustrated. How can you be a good speaker? An important part of being a good speaker is waiting for your turn to talk. People can't hear you if you're talking at the same time as someone else. When you speak, you communicate or share information. So you want to communicate clearly so people can understand you. If you're talking to a big group, make sure you speak loud enough so everyone can hear you. You should also face your audience and make eye contact so they know you're talking to them. When you read a story out loud, it's fun to read with a lot of feeling. I use different voices, and I even move around. Ahem. The fox sneaked quietly across the garden. But then the farmer came out of the house. "Get out of my yard!" he yelled. The farmer stomped his feet. "Oh no!" cried the fox as he jumped into the air and ran away. It's really fun to get into the characters. When you read a story with feeling, it's more fun for people to listen to. What book are you reading from, Moby? You were reading from the dictionary?
What noun do you get when you cross a dinosaur and fireworks? Dynamite.